and welcome to Poets Corner, everyone.
It's fine. So I've got a couple pieces today. I'm going to read some of them because they're new. This first one, I think it's just about kind of how sometimes when we're dealing with things, we try to deal with them alone. And I think that can close us off even more, like, you know, instead of like opening up and talking to people about it. Alone. On her own, she stitched up her wounds with a needle and thread. Thread that was white, she stitched up her wounds so damn tight. As she stitched away every broken moment, every bleeding lie, she'd gone too far. She'd stitched too much. In a cage, she is locked. Thank you. That one was short. So this next piece, I've been working with like a poetry kind of group called Flow Vortex recently, and they're absolutely amazing. One of the founder of it sets us writing prompts sometimes and just basically sets a timer, says 10 minutes, just write. I really enjoyed this one, so I'd like to share it. Flo said, just keep writing down the page, make a mess of it, look into that mess to resolve your stress. You have the answer. Dig deeper, think harder, don't be a martyr. There is no glory in martyrdom, only parts of you lost on them. Seek yourself, then heal the rest. Look into your own writing to learn from your stress before you profess that you have the answers. Do I live by my scribe ties? I write what's right, but do I do what's right when it's time for my pen and my life to align? Do I remember what I scribed, or do I cry looking for guidance? My words are my trident, my weapon of choice. I won't leave them behind when it's my time to voice. Using my weapon of choice, I make noise. I remember what I wrote, the words I chose. I know what to do. For a piece of peace, I give a piece of me. Searching for me, I seek serenity. My mind fills with confusion, delusion, seclusion. It's a foregone conclusion. I'm lost in the pursuit of real. For what is real? How does one feel without letting it consume me? More often, it's not even my feelings weighing me down. I can't even think about my own healing. What is the meaning of empathy? Is it greed of feelings? Do I want it all? Am I a hoarder of mental disorders, not just in me, but in the company that I keep? Is trouble following me? I run from it, but it finds me. It hides me from reality, disguises me in a smile full of lies that I hide behind. Thank you. Thank you. This next piece, this next piece is called Tea or Coffee. So, I had to quit my job recently because I'm worried that my boss has racist tendencies. See, he talks about his ancestral greed with proud eyes of glee. So when Mr. Smith says to me, Noor, do you want a cup of tea or coffee? I have to hold in my feelings of defeat. I wonder if those before me are tutting their teeth, for I'm letting this man offer me the tea or the beans for which they had to bleed. Look, it's a simple thing, you may think, a cup of tea or coffee, but for me it sits to remind me of what was taken from those before me, of how Britain became home to me. So I look down at my cup of tea, and as I stir in the tea leaves, the color becomes more like me, and I can't help but see the blood of my ancestors before me. Britain is not home to me. It doesn't matter if I want it to be. See, down these streets, they sell Indian tea and Arabic coffee, but they tell me this ain't home to me. This is the only home I've ever known. My home was taken from us. Our ancestry so battered and bruised, tracing back history, it's like forcing open old wounds. Look, our parents don't share our history because of what they had compared to what we have. Look, mum and dad don't own land because they sold the land their ancestors had to build a life in this united motherland. Everyone fell for your scam of safety in this motherland. Now we're all holding out our hands asking for our own stuff back. No one wants to write about how the British were thieving crooks. They left that out of our history books. They told us the sun never sets on the British Empire. Failed to tell us it was because of their selfish desires to take what wasn't for sale. They sailed to make sure our empires failed. They came to teach divide and rule. They just wanted to watch the Raj fall. They drew lines on our maps with our blood on their swords. History carved by old men who knew they wouldn't live to see the tyranny unfold, but I lived to see the truth told. When they drew the borders, it was with swords so coarse, they changed the course of my history. Your swords divided our lands through blood, through tyranny. Now we're forced to live in your home we have no rights to own. Based on color and class, look how long can this last before we're all gone? Back to the motherland, leaving you man unseasoned and bland, leaving the NHS without a plan. Thank you. Okay. This next piece is called Moon versus Sun. The moon and the sun, they were once one. Then the moon took a bite of an apple. The sun followed suit. He did as she do. Then the sun was filled with fire. And he shone the moon, 'cause she tasted the fruit before him. To taste fruit for the moon was forbidden. Without him she bit it. She is shunned for her desires. He has turned to a ravenous fire, where he stings like a bee and she hums like the birds. They say, as her abaya flows, her innocence blows in the wind. Her wristlets, her skin's rich, as she sits under a tree where the birds and the bees, they both sing, but Ma said she has to wear a ring for her to join them to sing, all because her innocence blows in the wind. Why would you teach her such things? Like it's his sting that allows her to sing. Everyone knows the queen is more powerful than the king. But you tell her to shine like the moon, not the sun, like she's allowed a light, but only if she stood behind someone's sun. See, people often wonder why I look to the stars to guide me. I often wonder how people miss their light so blindly, because see, when I say I look to the stars to guide me, I don't mean calculators on compatibility. I mean what the sun and the moon mean to me. You can shine like the moon, but not the sun. Your cycle is 28 days. The sun makes it all the way round in one. It takes you a month to recover. Every month you have to pause your lover whilst the sun's always out somewhere as soon as the night is done. All because we were born in a world where they teach little girls that we're second-class citizens. I don't want to hear your opinions. You're going to wear that dress. You're going to clean that mess. You know this is a test. I guess I'm wasting my breath trying to teach these lot about misogyny, about how you got the family dichotomy of your deep-rooted pain, but see, you think you can train the patterns of my brain to see myself as small just so that you feel bigger. Like I'm allowed to shine, but only behind your light. Like I'm not allowed a light of my own, because I'm the moon and you're the sun. And you've brainwashed our mums to always see the light in their sons, but they're always dimming their daughters' shine. Always telling them, don't ask why, just stand behind his light. Ma, are you not heavy in your chest? Can you not feel your sweat when they take away your breath, when you tell me that I'm not allowed a light of my own? I tell you what we've been telling ourselves for years on our own. Ma, we are the sun, we are the moon, we are the wind that blows, we're the flowers in the garden that they sow. Ma, we are life, full of light on our own. We will no longer hum our songs, we will sing. Our stories will be told. Thank you. Thank you. So this piece was actually inspired by another poet. I think the first couple lines was something that they said, and it really inspired me. We had like this beautiful bonfire to celebrate the end of summer with all our poet friends, and it was just great. And I actually don't remember who said it. Zaki, it might have been you. I'm not sure, maybe. But basically, yeah, this piece is called Humanity. I wonder what colors our love would be. Would it be all the blue for all the water in all the sea, or all the green for all the leaves on all the trees? To tell you about our love, I need an eternity, even though it only took us a few weeks to believe that we had found the one. I thought my song was a silent one, unsung. I've never been one to know what I need. Sometimes I find it difficult to speak, but he comforts me. He allows me to see me without a disguise, but sometimes I still want to hide. Sometimes I want to leave that little bit of me inside in case it's something that he doesn't like. I don't want to risk our happily ever after. I feel like I'm always the martyr, and I'm happy to be. If it means that will keep everyone else happy, I bleed empathy. When humanity bleeds, it hurts me. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like I have to be Captain Save Them All, because how can I just watch someone fall? It's not like we can't see. We're posting about it on every screen, that we need help. Where is the humanity? The world is full of greed. But then why do you plant your own seeds of greed to grow trees that only shelter you? Sorry. But why do you plant your... Sorry. The world is full of greed. But why do you then plant your own seeds of greed to grow trees that only shelter you? Are you not doing the same thing that left you bruised? Shelter, food, shoes, they're things we all have a right to, but that's not all it is to survive. Sometimes it's inside your mind. I can't help but see through people's disguises. I can see them smiling outside, but I can see the inside they're crying. I can see through the rock to the diamond, shining, wanting to be let out. If I can help you on your journey so you can speak honestly, that's all I need to sustain the humanity and love within me. Thank you. Thank you. I just have one more piece and then I'm done. So this is a letter from Earth. So imagine like the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, they're all friends just kind of having a chit-chat before the Earth decides to home humanity. There's a poem in there, I promise. So, Luna and Solar said I was too pure to bear the burden to endure being a mere resource for humanity. I said, you don't understand. I want to share. I want to extend my hands. I can't look after myself alone. If I home humanity, they'll look after me. I'll feed them from my trees. I'll quench their thirst through my seas. When they're resting, I'll blow them a breeze. They'll methodically lay down seeds to grow more trees. They'll help my seas grow into streams to clean their cities. They'll sing to me. Luna and Solar sighed at my naivety. This humanity you think of, it's merely a dream. Don't do it. Be like me. Luna, darkening, sharpening ice. They can't live here. They'll lose their sight. Solar, light, lightning so bright a look can turn you blind. They can't live here. They'll be burned alive. Don't you know humanity is acidity? They'll consider you a commodity. Don't let hope be your stupidity. But see, I want to believe that you'll look after me. I'll share my beauty, my divine design. You'll give me your time, even if it's just a moment to wonder at how sublime a sign it is when the stars align. I want to believe in you. I want to trust you, appreciate how I grew to provide for you. I want to believe in you. Prove that my trust has a basis of truth. Promise to look after my roots, because my roots will give you fruits. Promise you won't kill me. Dear humanity, my dear, you are killing me. I know you don't mean to hurt me, but my back is burning from Solar's I told you so's. My tears fill up the sea because Luna has turned her back on me. I'm sheltering your mistakes. After all the heartache, how much more can I take till I finally break? Then what will you say? Will you say that I did not provide? Will you tell the sun and the moon that I did not try? Will you even cry? I know you'll survive. I know you'd save yourself if I died, but would you even tell them about me? I guess even still I will shine till my last So I guess I will shine till my last light dies. But I will keep praying that you try to prevent my demise. Please promise you won't let me die. Love, Mother Earth. Thank you guys so much. This has been beautiful. Thank you guys.